Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 17th. We are just going to jump right in here and we are going to see what is going on for you. Your first row for your current general energies, you have this card that says Whale Spirit, Trust in the Great Mystery. You also have the Armadillo Spirit and it says Set Healthy Boundaries. So, I think that the past few years have been all about setting boundaries. I think that any challenges and hard things that have happened to you over the past couple years have probably had something to do with boundaries in some sort of way, whether it's whether it's people thinking you crossed their boundaries or they crossed your boundaries. It kind of works both ways. The good news for you, Virgo, is it's if we look at your karma, like according to the astrology, you're moving past this time where you have to learn these lessons, about boundaries and, especially things like, I think sometimes we think like boundaries have to do with just boundaries, but boundaries can have to do with like things like trust as well. And that's definitely popping into my head for you here. And I forgot to pull your last row. So let's see here for you, Virgo. But again, I think sometimes people think like, oh, boundaries, just have to do with like people crossing your boundaries, but this could have to do with like trust or the truth in situations, or maybe trusting people that you shouldn't have trusted. And I just have all of those things that I just said are kind of swirling around in my brain for your reading here. And with this Three of Swords, it's like, I don't really feel the Three of Swords like good or bad. I think it's talking about these experiences that you've had maybe in regards to your boundaries, and now you're healing those things. We have the Star showing up here, and so the Star really would say that you are healing from these situations. You have the Knight of Cups here, and I definitely feel that there could be a new connection coming in for you if you want love. You have the Page of Pentacles. I'm also getting that if you already have love, that the relationship could be transforming like to the next level, or there's something new happening. You have this Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles definitely can represent, kind of like learning something new about a connection, or, moving a connection in a new direction. And it's also interesting that we have the like Star to the Page of Pentacles to the Hierophant. I do get this feeling of like some sort of connection that's meant to heal you, or that is showing you that you can like trust again or something like that. And this does not even have to be love. This could be like a new friend. It could be like a new person that you're working with in business or work or something like that. So take it how it resonates. But I do feel that there could be a person, and I'm not just getting just love, like I said. So, there could be a new friend or something. And I feel like they're teaching you something. The King of Swords is like the true mentor in the tarot. He has the most knowledge and wisdom out of all the kings. And so I kind of get that feeling that it's almost like I just realized something here, Virgo. So let me fix that. I can't put my hand where I normally put it, and that's why. So I think that for a lot of you, again, you're kind of like learning from another person, or someone is like teaching you something. Maybe not by they're not like sitting you down and being like, you have to learn this. I think they are showing you how to like live your life. So I would pay attention to that at this time. With the Three of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. I get like a weird message here. Seven of Pentacles says, basically, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it to do what you're doing? But I get this energy of this more kind of like hermit energy for whatever reason. I feel like you're maybe more withdrawn, or you have been feeling withdrawn over even just like the last year. And if you have been withdrawn or kind of feeling kind of like an armadillo here, if you've been rolling up in a ball and kind of protecting yourself, I feel like you are the change that's coming. The Seven of Pentacles can be a change in direction as well. I think the change that's happening is that you're opening up. With the Knight of Cups, you have the High Priestess. You could be attracting a very intuitive connection here as well. And so, that could be a good thing. Trust your intuition on connections. I also feel that the High Priestess, she sits in the middle of the card, and she is kind of like a card of neutral energy. She is, looking at a situation maybe intuitively, and she's thinking about the good things and the bad things that could happen, or she's kind of like trying to maintain a neutral perspective. And the interesting thing is we go over to the Justice card, and the Justice card is also a card of maintaining a neutral perspective. It's like saying, before you weigh up your option, especially if you're like meeting a new person. For some of you, I do see money here as well. So I kind of feel like there could be a financial opportunity coming in for you this week. I feel like, by the way, I feel like this week, for some reason, I keep feeling like I'm doing a mid-monthly reading right now. So this reading, again, tarot's timeless. This might be that, even though I already did your mid-monthly reading, this might also be like the next 2 weeks. But I feel like this week, the 17th, is going to be a week where there could be some sort of, sorry, I'm going to keep doing that, by the way. But I feel like for a lot of you that you're weighing something up, like an option or an opportunity. With the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's like not giving everything up front. I feel like if I put myself in your shoes, like the lesson that you've learned is to not be withdrawn, but maybe be a little bit slower in how in what you give to new connections, people, places, and things, not just love. We're talking about everything here. I think us spiritual people, we can be givers, and even like work and business, we can give too much and we don't get appreciated for it or whatever. And the Queen of Pentacles is about resourcefulness, but it's popping into my head as like your energy, what you give to anything. And I kind of see you taking a more, really, I feel like this reading is talking about balance, being more balanced and not giving too much. You even have this card here, this in the next row of the unexpected. You have this to be fair card, which is like the Justice card, and you also have this no place like home card. And so I feel like this is talking about, again, balance. Some of you could be finding balance in home. I do feel like some of you could be thinking about making a change in the home. I don't feel that for all of you, just some of you, could be thinking about moving. It could be a little bit unexpected because maybe you've already moved, or maybe you thought you moved to a place that you wanted to be and now you're moving. You have the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Star card. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something. I feel like this week, just in general, we have a lot of things going on that make it a really good week for being bold and kind of exceeding your own expectations. I feel this is more of a collective energy based off the astrology, but I pretty much have said to everyone that it's a good week to like really be, if you want something, you're probably really going to have to go for it. The other challenge that I think that everybody is dealing with is we have all this energy in Gemini, and for whatever reason, I think that Gemini energy is kind of showing us a reflection. Gemini is the twins, it's two. I feel like it's showing us like a reflection of the past. And there, even like yesterday, for example, like I woke up and I had this like weird feeling that I wasn't, like I couldn't get motivated. Like normally I'm a pretty motivated person, and it's like I know what I'm doing, I know what I want to work on. But it's like yesterday, like I couldn't get excited about what I was working on or any of the things that I wanted to do. But really, it's like when I thought about it, it was just like a reflection from like 2012. Like I was just kind of in this energy of like what I used to be, right? And I think that's something that pretty much everyone is needing to face right now with the King of Wands. And I think the trick is to do whatever you can do to get motivated. And if you don't have something that can trigger you into motivation, I would find something. Whether it's watching motivational videos. For me, it's like going for a walk and just moving my energy forward, right? Whatever it is for you, I would find something for those moments, right? You have the Five of Pentacles. I also feel like you could be, speaking of Gemini, you could be worried about your finances, but your finances are actually improving. And again, this is what I'm talking about with this Gemini energy. Again, we could be getting triggered by things, financial issues we had in the past, but really things are actually going in a more positive direction. Why does this happen? I have no freaking clue, but I think that it's maybe just to remind us of what we've been through so that we can correct it. It's almost like we're all getting a second chance at something that happened to us. Like we're getting a chance to break that old story, and that's what I feel here. I really don't feel anything all that unexpected unless you're moving, but again, I don't think it's unexpected really, because you probably know that you're going to move if that part of the story is for you. But for the rest of you, I feel this is just about breaking those old stories. You have the Star, and the Star is about like really going for the star, really shooting for the stars, and really trying to give your life a much bigger meaning, or whatever you want to call it. And so I feel a lot of you, this row is about needing to get motivated to become the star. That doesn't mean become famous. That means what is that one thing that would make you feel amazing if you accomplished it? And again, if you don't have something, I would find something, right? Like pick something or look for something that would be amazing if you did it. And, I think now is the time to try to do it. With the King of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. It's interesting that he's looking this way, Virgo, towards the past. He's looking at this heartbreak maybe, or this trust, this situation involved trust in the Seven of Pentacles. And now you have the Eight of Cups, which is like leaving that story behind, exactly what I just said. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. I do feel like some of you Virgos could be attracting a Taurus. I feel like I just said Taurus, by the way. So sorry if I called you Taurus, but I feel like some of you, if you are looking for love, there could be a Taurus. We have this, we have the Hierophant. Could also be a Capricorn because you have Capricorn twice right here. Could be any sign, general reading. But if you're looking for love, the King of Pentacles is a person who really wants something long term, who really wants something that lasts, forever. So I feel this could be a very stable connection. Also, really good for stabilizing your finances. With the Star, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a quick success. And so I feel like if you start taking those steps with the Star card, if you start taking the steps towards the Star, that things are going to move forward very quickly for you. And the Eight of Wands really says that. The Eight of Wands is also kind of about like aiming in a direction. So there is something here. I've been trying to say this. There's something here in this reading about you needing a direction, or you needing something that could be a direction, especially with that Star card, basically a goal. You have this in the area of what's coming towards you. You have this opportunity card, exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the reading with that Page of Pentacles. You have this adventures card as well. So I think, and maybe you need to go on an adventure. Like I get comments all the time, and I'm not picking on anyone here by saying this, but I get comments all the time from people that say, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what my goal should be. And I always say to those people that they need to go on an adventure. So if you don't know what you want or what you want to accomplish, you have to start exploring. You have to look for something that you can enjoy. And it's like I was stuck there for 4 years of my life, right? Not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go. And it's like literally the first thing I did is start walking. I always tell that story, but also I started exploring. I started thinking about like, what really excites me? What is something that I could do endlessly every single day? And tarot is clearly one of those things. I've been doing this nonstop since I started the channel. So, again, I think you need to find something that brings you fulfillment. And sometimes we have to, like I said, go on some sort of adventure, whether that's, watching YouTube videos about things we think we could be interested in, but it's about following those like breadcrumbs. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So again, I just feel this is talking about financial improvement for you, Virgo. I feel that you're maybe worried about finances, or things are happening where you're having to do more for your finances with that Five of Pentacles. That's really the message I'm getting off of it. It's not so much like, I'm not getting left out in the cold. I'm getting the fact that maybe you have to do more work instead of less for the amount of money that you're making. But again, I think, she represents your focus. She has this falcon on her hand right here, and it represents training your focus. So I think that you having a direction is kind of going to be the secret sauce. You have the Page of Pentacles, also learning. Page of Pentacles to Hierophant is definitely education and learning. So learning new ways to make more money, learning ways to increase your finances, or do different things that could make you more money. That's going to be really important. I also, of course, think that this could be a new person. Definitely could be an earth sign coming in for you. You have the Devil, and the Devil is going like this, from the Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles to the Devil. So again, I do feel that there could be something from your past that some of you are dealing with that was like a toxic situation, and it just looks like to me you're dealing with it, and that's it. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords kind of says like this and that are true. Like she has the swords crossed over her heart. She's trying to protect her heart, but it really kind of says that you could be stuck in a stalemate trying to make a decision. But really, this is my card of third place solutions. The card itself says there might be much better ways for you to do things, pretty much anything, but you have to, again, go on the adventure and find those ways. Really good. It would be a really good time for you to go on an adventure right now, kind of like the adventure of a lifetime, right? Looking for, kind of being an explorer of life and finding, just kind of like finding unique techniques or unique ways of doing things in life. I think that could be very successful for you. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Three of Wands. Yes, expanding into the world. So again, getting out into the world and expanding. Very simple reading. It's like, I can't tell you how many, I watch a lot of like entrepreneur videos and stuff. And I cannot tell you how many videos where it's like there is like the founder of some company who found something. Like I think of Red Bull, for example, right? It's like the founder of Red Bull was in Thailand or something, and he found this weird drink that the people were drinking there, and he turned it into Red Bull. It's like he literally went on an adventure to create a company worth billions of dollars. So that's just one example. There's others, like the guy who created Uggs, same thing. Basically, he like was traveling and he found Uggs, and then he created Uggs. So I feel for a lot of you, This doesn't literally say you have to travel. I think it's just saying you have to explore. That's what the reading is saying. With the devil, you have the 5 wands. I would get rid of this, whatever this is right here. Again, if there's something like a person, a situation, a past situation as well, that's holding you back, I feel like this is saying whatever it is bringing conflict. Even in your next row of the good stuff, you have this card that says luck is on your side, but you also have this card that says don't let the past hold you back. So I think that there could be something, it says don't let your past hold you back. So I think there could be something from the past, which is that diagonal right there. And it could be limiting you. I feel like I've said this to you before as well. So this could be like a continued energy in your readings. And I would definitely let it go. You have the Hierophant, the Justice card in the World. The Hierophant is like learning lessons. In the good stuff, can represent receiving blessings. He's making this symbol right here with his hand that represents receiving a blessing. So I do feel like there could be blessings coming in for you, but I also feel he is kind of encouraging you to think outside the box. He can represent inside the box thinking or only thinking of things one way. And I feel this whole entire reading is basically saying, discovering new ways is the best way. You have this Justice card. It's like you go from High Priestess, High Priestess neutrality to actual neutrality with the Justice card. It's about kind of like looking at things from both sides, not making assumptions, and really figuring things out on your own. The Justice person takes a neutral perspective, kind of weighs up their options first, and then takes action. And I see you could be doing that. I also do feel the universe wants to bring you justice from whatever this is right here. So you could be getting some like positive karma based off of what you've been through. You have the World card, and the World can represent an accomplishment, but obviously also going on an adventure, getting out there, meeting new people, doing new things. That's really where it's at for you. With the Hierophant, you have the Empress here. You almost have the Emperor, right? You have the King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So you almost have the Emperor and the Empress, divine counterparts, if it wants to focus. You also go from pre-Empress energy, 9 of Pentacles, to the Empress. So a lot of you could be, increasing your abundance or discovering ways to improve your abundance. With the Justice card, you have the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords can represent a separation or walking away from something. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be talking about you healing from a separation because we start and end with the 3 of Swords, or you could just be going through healing in general. This seems very karmic to me with the Justice card, and I think that's what you're doing. With the World, you have the Page of Pentacles. You can learn from the world. I think you will learn from the world here, Virgo. It's a pretty straightforward message. I would be going on some sort of adventure. Again, this doesn't have to be even leaving the house. You can go on an adventure by learning something new or whatever. You have this table. It says hard work ahead. I definitely see hard work here. There's something changing in your work. 5 of Pentacles to that 9 of Pentacles. I actually feel like you are going to be more abundant than you think. So I would let go of those fears. You have this feather. It says someone you know is undependable and insincere. Yeah, I would be careful. It's like I get that feeling of constantly being dragged along. If you feel like someone's like almost leading you on, doesn't even have to be in love. Like maybe your boss keeps telling you, we're going to give you a raise in 6 months. And then it's like 6 months later and they're like, 3 more months, or something like that. I would be very careful of those situations. You have this handshake. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. King of Swords. We talked about this, how there could be a new person coming into your life who is like a mentor or a guide, and I would look out for that. You have this egg. It says success assured with good plans and hard work. So your second hard work card, you're definitely going to be working hard, but I feel like it's much more enjoyable. It's like something that you want to do. So, whenever we have those things, it's not hard work. You have this owl. You cannot make this up. It says good advice from a wise person. King of Swords. So I would be looking out for someone who you consider wise, a guide, a mentor, whatever. But this looks really interesting here, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.